Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Tempo Labs, a new AI software development tool similar to Lovable, Cursor, Bolt.new, Repli Agents, and all of those other amazing tools that allow us to build amazing software or at least bring your visions to life using artificial intelligence. Now, Tempo Labs generate full stack apps using a test or an image prompt, really similar to what Bolt, Lovable, and all those other tools do. Now, what makes it a little bit different is that they are building those apps strictly using React. So, for better or for worse, that's what they're using to build their apps. Now, it all starts by making an architecture or a diagram. So, basically, you want to build your own prompt and it can build most projects that you might want. With that being said, in today's video, we're going to be exploring its capabilities. We're going to be trying to build a CRM SaaS similar to the ones that I have created using Lovable and Bolt.new, and that I will be creating using Repli Agents. Ideally, I will place them side by side in the near future, and I will let you determine which one is the best based on your own criteria. Now, will we be able to achieve it? Who knows? But at least we will try, and we will give Tempo Labs the good old try and allow it to put its best foot forward. But before we continue, I gotta ask, like that's every YouTube video, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Every subscribe help me reach more people online to help them discover these amazing tools. I'm also trying to educate as many people as possible across the world because I know that these tools can be game changers. It can get people from where they are to where their dreams are, whether that is developing a software as a service application, developing their own internal tools for their companies, or developing for others. These tools can be game changers and they can change the lives of many people throughout the world. And I want to contribute to that. Now, I think I talked enough. Let's jump in and test this tool. All right, now we are in Tempo Labs landing page. First thing that I would like to talk about is the pricing. Pricing is a little bit different than most other tools. And they start at $0 per month with 500,000 free daily tokens and 10 million free monthly tokens. And that's different because just for as a reference, if you go to Bolt.new, their pricing starts at $50, $20 per month for 10 million tokens. But the only difference is that they only allow you to use, as of right now, 200,000 tokens per day, which I have already used. And that's on the free plan. That's the difference right there. 200,000 versus 500,000. You can build more per day. Now their pro plans, they start $30 with no daily limits, and they start 15 million tokens. Just for comparison's sake, we're going to go back, and as of right now, they Bolt.new are offering 10 million tokens for $20, 15 for 30. That's comparable, about 5 million tokens for every $10 ratio. And then it goes up to 26, 55 million, and 120 million tokens. I can say that Bolt.new, they run through tokens relatively fast. So something to keep into consideration as we are exploring Tempo Labs. I haven't tried, so we will see how fast we run for tokens. But yeah. So another observation I would like to make is that for you to log in, let me log out so I can show you. For you to log in, you will need a GitHub account. It's not ideal. Let's be honest. If you're new to this whole coding world, you probably don't have a GitHub account. But while it's not ideal, it's probably a good opportunity to get yours because you will need it. You would probably want to sync your projects into GitHub so you can move it from one tool to the other, and also helps keep everything organized. So while inconvenient, it's probably a good idea to have it, and it should not be a deal breaker. Now, the second thing that I didn't like about this tool is that there is no way for me to see how many tokens I have left. Maybe I'm missing something, but when I click on settings, it doesn't take me anywhere. So that's a critique. Perhaps the team can fix that relatively easy, but I would like to see how many tokens I've left, similar to what Bolt.new does in their site, that I can see how many tokens I have left for the day and for the month. Now, going back to Tempo Labs, third thing I would like to point out is that they put together a free React component site that you can basically go and use these components into Tempo, and they help you save your tokens. So this is quite nice. If you click generate, it takes you back to Tempo. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use a prompt that I created using CodeGuide. And if you don't know what CodeGuide is, I would encourage you to go back to my last video. Yeah, my last video. But basically, in essence, Code is a tool that you enter your specifications and it designs and writes for you really detailed prompts that helps the system get straight to the point and not hallucinate. And it helps you save on tokens. It helps you save time and money. So highly recommended. Just go back to my last video. But with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to enter the project requirements here. We're going to add a little bit more context to it. So we're going to add the front-end guidelines. And the reason why I'm going to add all of this, press the wrong. And the reason why we're adding all of this is because we want to make sure that we are okay. So right here, it says how many tokens I have left. Okay, that's good. We're comparing apples to apples, so giving the same opportunity to all tools to do the same. All right, so dashboard view. Okay, so now it's generating. Okay, so it's going to be adding. Okay, so it's taking step by step. So I'm going to have it stop generating. We only use 5,000 tokens, which is okay. We're going to create a new project. That will be a new app. And we're going to go back and we're going to give this a good old try again. So let me add all the prompts so we can make sure that we are comparing apples to apples. I only had 3 more to go. Two more to go. And all these details were provided by CodeGuide again. And what we're adding is, I will tell you what we have just added. So we add an app flow, a backend structure, file structure, front-end guidelines, project requirements, and system prompts. So hopefully this will give us a really nice setup. Right now is designing the user flow. I like it. This is way more visual than any other AI tool that I have seen. Okay, so he's building a code base. And just for you to know, I could have added a it's generating the wireframes. Oh, that's nice. I could have added a design for it to use as inspiration, but I didn't. So let's see. All right, so it's generating. So nothing to see yet. I would say the user interface, I really like it in comparison to most other tools. This is much nicer. It's way more visual, keep me engaged. So, and it looks like I have much more control over everything. All right, I see a whole lot of errors, but hopefully it's going to solve them by the time we get something back. Let's take a look here. There's no code generated yet. All right, so what do we have here? All right, we have a whole bunch of errors, but it's still loading. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not this is, let's see. All right, so what I did was I said, hey, I don't see a preview. Please fix all errors. And it fixed all the errors. So we're going to expand this, and I like what I see. So let's see. Mm, Okay. So it looked like I have much more control here than in most other tools. Now, so this is a fusion between Figma, based on what I'm seeing, between Figma and Lovable or any other tool out there. Uh, So let's see what we got here. Uh, So we get that. Okay. So the assets. So I can create variants of that asset. Code base. Actually, what I want to see is whether or not I can edit manually. And so I wonder, look like I can insert this. Um, so we can undo. And right now I'm just trying to figure out how do I, all right, you know what? It doesn't even matter. All right, so we have the code base here, and we can create a repository from here. Okay, yeah, update it. We can create a repository from here, send it to GitHub. We have history here. We can create our design system. So we can create storage or add to existing storage. And we can connect to Supabase. It looked like it's native. So you can connect there. Now, again, I'm really curious to see what I can. Okay. So I can create my own storyboards. All right. That's definitely not what I wanted. All right. You have to remember this is still in beta testing. So, okay. user flow. We can add visual context here, and we can select which element we want to provide the context for. Okay. All right, so let's see. So create the customers page and the customer page. And I click on the customer from the customer page, open the respective customer page. All right, let's see how it does at this. Basically, what we're asking is to create the customer area where, excuse me, where we will have all the customer information, right? Trying to make this fit a little bit better, but I guess not. Actually, we're going to preview it in a tab. When we click here, it should open all the customers in a table. And when we click on a customer, I want to see the profile. But right now, it's not looking bad. I want to go to Bolt, and we're going to take a look at what we had done yesterday with my 200,000 tokens. And hopefully it would give you an idea of what can be done while that is opening. I'm going to close this one. We're going to, okay. So that's, all right. So it says that I created it. So we're going to refresh this page. We're going to go to the All Customers tab. Guess there is no way. Okay. Detailed customer profile with the routing both pages. Okay, let's see. It's working here. So on the left sidebar, when I click on all customers, take the pay. All right, so I think I should have been a little bit more specific. I tell you, it will get it, but I don't think it did. So let's make sure that is getting exactly what we needed to do. All right, so it's working on an issue. Let's see if it can fix it by itself before we give this the good old try. So it's taking a little bit of time. Something that I thought that I would have in these tools based, and I might be missing something, but based on what people were talking on as is being able to design my own elements. All right, so not bad. 5 folders, the others, okay. It's not bad. It is actually pretty good. So this is where I get with Bolt. So right now we have used 173,000 tokens with Tempo Labs with 200,000 tokens. This is where we get, and I got this table, but there is no customer profile. Yeah. So I would say Bolt is a little bit more expensive than Tempo Labs, or perhaps a little more. So now create orders screen orders days store. Also create an the well, order and screen in which I can see the order details like customer, if I have their profile. What else would we want to see? Shipping address, products in the order. What else should we add there? And any other relevant information. Make sure you link the orders screen to the orders menu items in the left side. All right, so now we're going to create the second screen, the order screen, and we're going to make sure that it's adding the orders and a screen for individual orders and it's linking it to the left sidebar. We will see how well it does at this one. Let's give it a moment to think. All right, so it says that it's done. So let's take a look. Okay, so we got an orders page. We open the order and we have product 1, product 2, quantities, shipping total, customer details, shipping address. Let's click. Okay, and then we get, okay, yeah, all right, that's good. Now, so let's create the products page. I want to see all the products on my e-commerce store. And when I click on a product, I want to see the name, price, product, stock labels. Let's see what else. Any active discount codes and any other relevant information. To make sure you link the products page to the product menu item on the left sidebar. All right, let's see how it does. And while it's doing that, we're going to take a look here. And as you can see, it has continued adding. Actually, no, it didn't put any more items. That's interesting. I thought it will. I guess not. All right, we're going to close this. Now, while it's doing that, I wanted to explore. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I wanted to explore React items because it really piqued my curiosity. As you can see here, we get a whole lot of items that you can use in your application. So we're going to go back and to make sure that we continue moving forward. We're going to be exploring in between. All right, we can close this one. So there is a whole lot of stuff that you can use from here. Now, what I want to figure out is how do I use these items on my design? Because some of these actually look really nice. Mhm. Let's find one that, okay. So ask me from an account. Let's see. I was thinking, let's go back. Okay, so he created that. Let's refresh this page. Let's see if it's working. All right. Now we have the products here. I'm going to click stock 45 stock, active discounts, and recent orders. All right, that's good. Okay. We still got the orders. All right, so now we will build this dashboard to the there's sidebar. So let's allow it to do that. While it's doing that, let's go back here. All right, so I have logged in. We're going to go back to components. We're going to find a component that we can use. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to go back to Tempo Labs. We're going to let it finish. While it's doing that, we are going to explore a little bit because I am extremely curious to see what else is here. Yeah, that's nice. Great cards, our effect. I don't think I will be using any of these. All right, actually, I like this search. And we're going to add that search. Okay, so we're doing. So I got an error on the preview stating there is an unexpected token. We're going to let the system fix that issue, and we're going to use that a little bit later. Let's continue looking through their components. Now, the nice thing is that you don't necessarily have to use these components into a Tempo Labs project. You can use it in any project out there that you desire to use it in. You just need to have a Tempo Labs account. It's still working, and we will continue exploring. I like this one too for the settings page, so we will stop there. We're going to close this, and we don't need this. All right, let's refresh this and see what it does. Here's the issue with the freebie. So, just as a reference, I'm on the free plan, and I have been playing with these for about an hour now. And I'm still at 361,000 tokens. And we have a pretty decent. Okay, good. We have a pretty decent app already built, a prototype, I should call it. So I am really encouraged by what Tempo Labs have here. All right, and the analytics look pretty clean. So let's see, where do we want? Right. So on the customers page, we place the current search bar for the no one. Let's see how it does. I pasted the code that I got from components page. And we are going to let it figure out how to get that done. So it's working on that. While it's working on that, I want to use this for the settings page. So personal information, profile. I think that's good. All right, so it looked like it made the changes. So we're going to go back, refresh this page, and we have the search bar that was on the React components. This is insane. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the feature. So it looks like we're at 466,000 tokens. I don't know if we are going to be able to create the settings page, but the users settings page and to the sidebars settings any option. Use the following sign to for this settings page. So let's see. Will we make it? I don't know. But this is a lot of code. We might not make it. But we're going to see. I'm extremely pleased with what Tempo Labs offer. I gotta say that I don't know if it's the top one right now, but I have to do a whole lot more testing. But what I'm going to say is that I am pleasantly surprised by what it's doing and what I'm able to see in this system for the generation to complete. While it's doing that, let's take a look. See what else is here that we could perhaps use another day. Okay, yeah, I think I can use this. Is there any way to? All right, so you can edit this component with AI. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's go back. I was expecting this and the system to say, hey, sorry, you ran out of tokens, but it's still working. We will let it cook. Looking at the React components, they have a lot of components here. They even have full pages that you can use. So I have to say that this is pretty nice, a resource that they have available. All right, we exceeded the amount of tokens by 28,000, but it's still working, which is nice to know that you have that flexibility. I don't know if it will complete the task or no, but we know that we're past where we were supposed to be. And I'm extremely grateful for that. Oh, we got the settings page. Personal information. Okay. So it did exactly what I asked it to do. And it went above the 500,000 tokens. So I'm really grateful for that. There is an error here that I can solve tomorrow. Now, I will say that when I compare Tempo Labs with Bolt.new in terms of the amount of tokens that it takes to build something, Tempo Labs is definitely ahead. And now we have made it to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been 38 minutes full of live action, showing you exactly how Tempo Labs work. Is Tempo Labs for you? I don't know. You will have to make that determination yourself. But what I will say though is that Tempo Labs is a game changer, and that I like what I see. I will have to do fuller testing to fully say that is the best or to rank it. And I will be doing so here in the next few days and weeks. And since this is an app that is still on beta, I expect it to improve quite often and really fast, and hopefully become one of the best ones out there in the market. They're backed by YC, so I know they have the funding to improve really fast. But I really appreciate you taking your time and spending it with me. And I really hope that you can build something truly amazing. That Tempo Labs is a tool in your tool set to help you build your dreams and achieve your goals. If you have a moment, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It really helps me a lot. But otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day.